respected DJ Spooky. Welcome
hey,
to
what's
Afrolution. Just quickly tell everyone what you're about. 20 seconds. Who is DJ Spooky?
I'm a writer, an artist, and a musician from New York, and I'm kicking it here at the MCs for Life conference with Tariq from Black Thought, aka The Roots, and a whole bunch of really progressive heads, because I respect and care about a progressive culture, and I think that hip hop's part of that. And I have to admit, a little bit of my stuff is political, and I'm always trying to get people to think outside the box on just how we are on this planet right now.
Now in terms of Africa, you may have been to more African countries than I have, but you've been all over Africa. So tell us some of the countries you've been to.
Most recently I was in Angola and South Africa, but I've been to Senegal, Ivory Coast, Kenya, Egypt, Tunisia, and of all of them, Tunisia was the strangest because they had what they call the Mukabarat, which is called like the special police.
Yeah.
Your shit is under monitoring, like at every level, constant. I was there for United Nations conference on like information society. And that was wild because I just had people with sunglasses just kind of just checking you everywhere. Angola, on the other hand, just ended a 25-year tribal, civil war, gold, oil, diamonds, the 333. They bring a lot of conflict,
Sure.
conflict diamonds, weird, child slavery in the gold mines, oil, just like crazy Chinese Petroleum Corporation. So basically it's a grim, heavy, hardcore, but also very beautiful. It's Africa meets Brazil because of the Portuguese connection, which is just, that's my favorite spot right now.
Yeah, and you collect kind of music as you travel, and obviously been into hip hop for many years and come from one of the birthplaces of hip hop. And what's your take on, obviously the continent's big and there's lots of different scenes. What's your take, in a nutshell, how do you see African hip hop?
It's there's so many different styles and languages. One of the things that blows my mind is how you hear rhythm on one hand is a universal grammar. It's a rhythm, it's a structure, it's a pattern. But the language, like where you hear Kosa, Zulu, Wolof, Igbo, Yoruba, Arabic, you name it, everybody has a different rhyme flow in their language, but they still go for that 4/4. I want to see different rhythm structures. I've been listening to Kuduro, I've been listening to a little bit of what they call Techno Braha out of Brazil. Of course, I love what was coming out of South Africa with the Kwaito and Satsi beat. I'm always checking different styles. So.
Do you think that African hip hop has a place internationally?
Oh, no question, definitely.
Do you think MCs should be focusing on getting out of Africa? Do you think that should be the main aim? Like, I need to make it internationally,
Everyone wants to be the next Akon.
Do you think that's a focus that young guys on the ground should have? What would you say to someone who's watching this, who's in Senegal or Rwanda?
Yeah, if you're in Senegal, you got the vibe. If you're in Kenya, you got the vibe. If you're in Tunisia, you got the vibe. South Africa, the whole thing is be true to your country. You don't need to rhyme in English. You can kick it in your own language, and people will come to that meeting. And also the whole idea is just like the world is a big and beautiful and strange place with many cultures. Why would anybody want to hear another English pop record? So I think if you stay true to certain flavors in your own culture, people around the world look at Fela, look at Huma Sekala. There's so many people I can point out who are both immensely respected in their home country, but who also will go international. You don't have to go get out. Just understand that people are listening to music from all over right now.
Now you DJ all over the world, and when you play in Africa, do you just play a mixture? Because hip hop can become a little bit insular sometimes, and hip hop cats will say, I listen to nothing but hip hop, but you mix it up quite a bit, yeah?
Yeah. The whole thing for me is eclecticism. It's just to kind of push the communication between cultures, styles, and that's what sampling's about. Everybody talks about the 5 elements, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zillion elements of hip hop, but the hidden thing that's connects all of them is sampling, because you're really about pulling fragments from a lot of different cultures and making that mix. So whether it's b-boying, whether it's graffiti, whether it's anything, the connection is fragments. You play with the world on fragments.
Cool. Words of advice to guys who are doing their thing, doing their hustle, making their beats. Some words of wisdom from the master who's traveled many, many places.
I'd say the basic thing you got to do right now is make your own style and stay unique to that. You don't need to follow other people's formulas. You always have to have some new flavor, some new innovation to attract attention, and that's where you will, I think, rise above. Because right now there's so many people making music, so many people making videos. It doesn't matter. You're looking at overload, and so what makes people stand out is a new flavor, a new innovation, and just something that's about just pushing, you know, past commercial, mainstream, materialist. I don't know, just you gotta update it.
Yeah, you gotta be fresh. DJ Spooky on Afrolution. Thanks for stopping by.
Cool. All right.